Hello. How are you today? Pretty good. Um, Decided to try a little bit of calming music today while we do stuff since it's more of a group thing for everybody. Yeah, once it cools down around here, I won't have to use the fan either, which will actually help the sound too, but it's just so hot not using the fan. So I don't know what you guys are going to want to pick today since it's your choice of what I'm going to be reading, like a whole kind of group reading, as well as doing individual ones today too. So it's kind of whatever idea is like most in the live group is what I'm going to do. Oh, me too. Really glad that, yeah, this seems to be happening. A lot of people didn't have Twitch or know about it, so having to help them. I watch it for watching gamers, but I've realized I like being live, so might as well use the platform since it's about being live. Hey Ruby, I'm trying some music out today, see if you guys like that kind of background feel. Like I'll try different little musics each day to see if you guys like them. I mean, let's make my space even more calming so we fall asleep during my lives. We'll just take collective naps. It really caught my attention because it's called the butterfly effect, and it has all these pretty little butterflies flying in the picture. It's like, okay, I'll play that one. I keep trying to take naps and it just isn't working out because I keep having to have stuff to do. But I'm really grateful for it. So, because the stuff I'm doing is what I love to do. So, I'll get over being tired once I get used to it. So, have you guys thought at all about what you want as part of the collective reading? Any ideas on your parts? This is all the chat's choice today, what I'm going to be doing. Oh, that sucks. Hopefully you're getting good sleep during the naps. A nap jam. Oh, and if at any point during the live you hear children running around like chaos, my niece and nephew are coming over to be here for I don't know how long. Which reminds me I should probably lock my door so they don't bust in here. I got that the other night because I tried to lay down and my boyfriend came home from work and I was on the phone because someone called me and he's like, "Have you been sleeping all day?" I was like, "No, I tried to lay down and it didn't work out." Whew. I'm not gonna lie, this music calming me down too. I was running around like crazy before this. But if you guys have anything particular in mind, I can do some personals for you while we're waiting for others to join. Might help you think of what you would like to see as a collective reading since everyone's going to be, I guess, I almost want to say putting their 2 cents in, but it's more like, a poll thing. I didn't figure out how to put the polls in the chats yet. I gotta figure out how to do that. Oh, you like another Step Into Your Power one? It seemed like everyone really liked that one that I did on YouTube. Though I think an updated one for right now would actually be a pretty good idea. Because that was so many months ago I did that one. Personal one, I literally pick you a deck that calls to me because I have tons of decks. But whatever one calls to me, I just do the reading that it has for you in that energy. Like whatever immediate message needs to come through. And I want to make the collective one really in depth, so I'm probably going to use multiple different decks for it to get the most messages out of it for you guys. Oh, kicking stuff down there. Do you want me to try an intuitive personal one for you, hon? Okay, let me see. So when I do this, I show the decks too, because some people are interested in seeing what the decks are if they really like the art, because they look into wanting to get them and stuff. Okay, I'll call you Cat then, because going K to the AT every time is probably going to turn into a tongue twister for me. But the one that popped out for me for you is the Moonchild Tarot. So I'm going to go ahead and see what messages come out for you. And I'm also trying to remember to shuffle on camera for you guys so you can see the shuffle. Because the camera's a little further away from me, so I have to remember to come up here and do it. Okay, so there's two different situations coming up here. And that's your bottom of the deck. So we have the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Wands and the Three of Cups reversed over here. So it's almost like I'm feeling like you had something you were reaching for, this idea you were trying to bring down, whether it was something with business or family, security, relationship, whatever it was you were trying to make it solid, because at a point it was pretty much just this fantasy of yours you were reaching for and was keeping you in a very stuck place instead of moving forward and actually making the decision the decision to push through. It was almost like your movement was just stuck, and the main reason you were stuck was because of other people's voices chiming in instead of allowing yourself to listen to that nudge to your intuition telling you that you can do it. And being in this energy of allowing others to have so much control just by what they're doing to your emotions, because it's almost like emotional manipulation in a way. Allowing them to have this much power over you is going to keep you stuck in this space where your dreams seem like dreams as opposed to something that you can actually manifest physically. And then over here we have moving out of that energy where you're creating this very strong foundation. And with how this art is, it's with yourself. It's like this mirror image of being able to bring together your light and your dark and love every aspect of yourself, and creating this strong foundation and safety, and being able to have this inner strength that you can always pull from, that catapults you forward into chasing what it is that you love instead of feeling like you can't. And at the same time, there's going to be opportunities brought to you as well, because having that kind of energy automatically attracts, because you're starting to manifest what you want emotionally and moving towards it and creating that foundation. And all of this energy is almost opening up the blocked off intuition you have from allowing others to take up that space where your guides are trying to come through and help you. And the the bottom of the deck energy we have here is the moon reverse. So it's basically like really telling you to be careful of these people because they don't have your best interests at heart. They could be the frenemies almost that don't want to see your success and even plant little seeds of doubt in you that make you not trust yourself. But to overcome this, really start listening to your intuition and your inner guidance, because you can completely remove this energy and come into this energy if you just allow that step away from having them have so much pull over your heartstrings with what you want to do in your life. But that is the message that came out for you with this one, hun. Well, it definitely looks like it. I mean, Pinnacles, like I was saying, is the material, like really wanting to make the material world that you want, and you having the ideas, not someone telling you what to do. And the people telling you what to do aren't really in your best interest at all, and they're trying to keep you stuck. So, this is two completely different outcomes here. But you have a lot of power and inner strength and really good intuition. It's just it's really blocked off where you are currently, and you just need to be able to start opening up to it. Oh, got a lot of cords back here, trying not to kick them. You're welcome. Yeah, um, that actually happened to me as well, except it was a lot more severe, just to put it shortly. But it's pretty much what catapulted me into finally pushing myself out and doing this, along with a lot of people actually pushing me to do it because they believed in me more than I did myself, and then made the steps, and I did it. So it is possible. But so far, we have a step into your power, a new one. Because I know that other one I did, I think, was a pick of cards, so a collective step into your power might be very interesting. Because we're all writing these crazy planetary things together. I was looking at mine, and I got this thing to look at the full moon date transits with mine, and the full moon is literally exact because my midheaven is 9 degrees and the new moon I mean, the full moon Aries is 9 degrees, so I'm going to have my midheaven and my IC just completely aligned with this full moon. And at the same time, exact degree, Pluto is going to be exactly aligned with my descendant. So I'm going to have a fun day on the day of the full moon. And it's like the exact time I'm planning on going live. The moon happens at 2:05 PST, and I'm planning on going live at 2. So I'm going to be sitting in that energy during the live. But this coming up week, I'm planning on, for the astro on Thursday, I'm going to go over Saturn going direct energies, because that happens 2 days before the full moon. So it's in the shadow period of the full moon. So I'm going to go over that on Thursday. And then the following week, the full moon is actually on my astro live day. It like lines up with it and everything. So I'm doing the full moon at the time of the full moon live. So that should be fun. So for anyone, because I can see some other people, does anyone else have anything they would like to see as a collective reading? Because so far we have a Stand in Your Power collective reading for everyone. I'm still doing personal ones if you guys want to do personal ones, but the main one, once people start getting on, is the collective one. And it's going to be really in depth. Oh, and I'll still pick crystals today too once we pick a topic. Just some random ones, and then we'll do the reading and go over their properties at the end. But and we can do some singing triangle meditation. I actually remembered to take it out this time so we can all kind of be calm and go, well, this music's already calm itself, but we can do some singing triangle meditation before our collective reading too. Yeah, I originally got that because I was pulled to it. I didn't realize people were gonna like it as much when I introduced it. So I'm really glad I got it. You know, I'm just feeling really pulled to pulling just a little bit of collective energy cards. Just because. I like these ones. They're actually two-sided, so it has messages from the archangels as well as having gemstones on the other side with messages as well. So let's see. I don't know, I'm just feeling so calm right now. I feel so much calmer than I did before I started playing this music. But just kind of feel like calmly pulling some energies for what everyone's going through. Because I know some people are going through some rough emotions. Some people are complete opposite right now and they're just chilling. But let's see some collective energies. And there's something in here that's not supposed to be in here. There we go. That one wants to come out. Oh, interesting. Okay. Conductor. Nice. There's a lot of. Okay. I'll put our bottom one over there. So, like I said, these are two-sided. So, I'm going to go ahead and read these because each of them are very interesting. So, we have the Herkimer Diamond. Are you able to recall your dreams? Dreams can be your internal psychologist and spiritual advisor. Take the time before going to sleep to form the intention to remember your dreams. Record them when you awaken and use them for contemplation. Dreams are powerful tools for self-healing, personal awareness, and spiritual growth. Personal spiritual growth. And the archangel with this one is Archangel Gabriel. My dreams are filled with ideas and inspiration. I awaken with a clear memory of my dreams and easily interpret them. The insights I receive from my dreams bring clarity and understanding to my life. Put that one over there. So, and then we have copper next with do you need some motivation to transform your reality? Do you find your mind wandering when you're trying to stay focused? If so, you need to find your passion and begin experiencing the rewards that come with living it. Do what you love. Prosperity is yours, but you must take action. And then we have Archangel Zadkiel. I am safe. I have constant protection surrounding me, deflecting anything that is not for my highest good. I have the courage and self-confidence to create my world. It is easy for me to take action and move forward in life with joy and enthusiasm. So our next one is Peacock Copper, which is, I really think it's really pretty. I don't have any. I should probably get some. It's really pretty. But are you in touch with your magnificence? Find ways to bring more joy into your life. Be aware of the source of your emotional challenges and perceived blocks so that you can release them. Get in touch with your inner radiance and shine your light brightly. And we have Archangel Sandalphon. My life is dynamic and full of vibrant energy. I am full of vigor. I am authentic and loyal. I confidently show my true colors to others. It is a fabulous feeling to be all that I can be. I am full of life-enhancing joy and goodness. I mean, these are really great for affirmations too if you're having trouble with it. So we have green tourmaline. Do you believe in unlimited supply in all areas of your life? Are you attracting loyal friends and colleagues? It's time to recognize that there is an unlimited supply and myriad, sorry, opportunities and unlimited potential available to you. Decide what types of people you want in your life and know you have the ability to attract them. So we have Archangel Raphael coming through with I am healthy, whole, and complete. My body naturally regenerates and heals. My actions are heart centered. I allow love in my life. I easily manifest my ideas. I always attract love, luck, wealth, and success. And then we have Red Tiger's Eye, which I actually have right over there under my alligator. Red Tiger's Eye. But do you need some motivation? Do you find your mind wandering when you're trying to stay focused? If so, you need to find your passion and begin experiencing the rewards that come from living it. Do what you love, prosperity is yours, but you must take action. There's two things here with copper and which I have a copper kitty in my other room, and the red tiger's eye. But with Archangel Ariel, I am passionately persistent. I have the courage and self confidence to create my world. It is easy for me to take action and move forward in life with joy and enthusiasm. So we have those messages, and then this bottom of the deck, so it's a strong energy. Are you trying to process a lot of information? Take the time to sort out all that is happening. Write in your journal. Make your intentions. This is another one telling you to remember your dreams. Record your thoughts and memories upon waking. Find peace as you process each nugget of information, awareness, and spiritual growth. And this is another Archangel Gabriel. Meditation is a normal part of my day. My crown, third eye, and throat chakras are balanced and aligned. My intuition is intact. I consciously request and accept the help of angels. My life flows easily with grace. So, I think those are some nice collective energy messages and affirmations that we can use if we're having trouble with possibly having that feeling that we can even manifest what we want in the first place. I'm telling you, this music is making me so peaceful right now. It's like so weird. I mean, I listen to like music like this all the time, but it's usually when I'm going to sleep. Not like during the middle of the day where I'm just kind of chilling and okay, box, not wanting to open. There we go. But let's see. So, are we wanting to do the stand in your power for the collective read, guys? Because if so, I am going to start picking decks out. Like, I'll show you guys the decks I'm going to use, and then whatever crystals kind of poke out to me that I want to just pull and have them as the thing of the reading and read them after. one more. What's this one? Okay, so we're gonna do for the collective reading the Stand in Your Power, the new revamped for kind of like an updated one from the first one I did. So I'm going to show you guys the decks I'm going to be using, and there's going to be a lot because this is going to be an in-depth collective reading for everybody, especially the people that can't catch it right now and they catch it later. But the first deck I'm going to be using is the Tea Leaf Fortune cards. And I'm also going to be using the Sacred Self-Care Oracle because I feel like we all need some little ways we can do a little more self-love and self-care right now. We're also going to do messages from the mermaids. Owen's deck, no. And we're also going to have Oracle of the Fairies, so we're going to have some messages from the fairies and the mermaids today. And speaking of fairies, I have the Fairy Tarot we're going to be pulling from. Yeah, I knew you meant the tea leaves. And then the other tarot we're going to be pulling from is the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. And then the last deck I'm going to be pulling from is the Mystical Wisdom deck. So, that's me. Yeah, I know. Like I haven't done a lot of fairy readings in a bit because I wanted to give them a rest because I was going ham on doing fairy readings. But they're wanting to come back out now. But let me go ahead and see what crystals I'm kind of pulled to. First one I was pulled to is the Caribbean calcite, which I'll kind of show you guys. That one has, you can actually see it's like a window going through there. But it's a very, very pretty, soothing stone. Like I said, I'll go over the properties at the end of the reading and see how they all tie in. This one is one of my newer little babies. This is a tangerine aura quartz. And it's like so clear, but it also has these beautiful like fire type fragments in there. It's like so pretty. And we'll do the zebra jasper. I love when I can hit the light just right with this because these white lines turn silver and it's hard to get it to do the little flashy thing. But it's so pretty when it does it. But love zebra jasper. And you know what? We're gonna do the fluorite cube. That's pretty rainbows. And yes, this is an actual cube. It has right here it is cut off bottom so it can actually stand up, like pointed up and stuff. the pretty rainbows in that one. You can't tell I like my crystals. But, so those will be our crystals for today. So I'm going to go ahead and do our singing triangle. Hopefully we don't fall asleep because we already got the calming music. I have not felt this chill in a while, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm just gonna sit here and play music all day during this Mars retrograde. Okay. So let's get into our reading here. So I'm going to start with mystical wisdom and see collectively for our stand in your power reading. So let's see what comes through for how we can stand in our power. Dreams really keep coming up here. And Archangel Raphael came up again. That's interesting. Two different decks getting the same stuff already. Well, it was a collective energy read earlier from the other deck too, so. So what we have here is, like, of course, this beautiful art, but for standing in your power, there is a lot of repressed emotions we have right now that are keeping us from fully expressing ourselves when it comes to our sensuality. It really is a powerful thing to be able to get to that place where you can just release it, because it's almost like this right here reminds me of the Ace of Cups, where it's just overflowing with so much energy. And having all of this beauty around, because the heart chakra is just so full here with all this green, but also this rainbow really makes me feel like just all of the chakras being activated. But it really comes from being able to open your heart space and also open up the sacral chakra, which everyone seems to be kind of working on with the solar plexus right now. And then we have right here the 7 heavenly virtues. And it's almost like catching your wish in your hands right now. And with this imagery, it's like, if you can see her feet down here, she's like dancing on the clouds almost. She's so happy in what she's doing, and this being collective is almost like we're all trying to reach this place where we can just grab onto our dreams and trust that we're not going to fall no matter how unstable the grounding may seem. Because once we fall into this faith, that's when we truly let go and we start letting things come in that are meant for us. Because if you're seeing this, it seems like there's only one, but all of these are angled towards her. It's like she's bringing in a lot more opportunity than she realizes, just by staying true to herself, by honoring other people, being compassionate, being grateful for what she has. It's just bringing in so much. And if we can do that all together, it makes it to where that grateful feeling actually will help with how these are kind of being internalized right now. Because with dreams, it's really wanting us to believe that we can accomplish our dreams. And this has more the color of the root and the sacral chakra, which ties back to the sensuality. It's almost like we have blocks that we need to overcome. And previously, it was said a lot that our dreams could actually be a major key to this, especially with some of the transits happening right now. If we can pay attention to our dreams and what they're trying to tell us right now, even if they seem really freaking crazy, because I know mine have been really nuts, they do actually have messages in them if you sit and think about them. And it can help you realize where you've blocked yourself off, because in this picture we also have this butterfly and the symbol of transformation. While you're dreaming, it's almost like you're in the chrysalis state where all of your energies are being revitalized, and when you awake, you become this energy where you can use that movement and turn into the butterfly, but it's a choice that you make. And then we have here with Archangel Raphael, provider of healing for mind, body, and spirit, it coming through again. Like, this healing needs to happen. And if you see here, we have this growth coming up that's just covering the heart space here. And it's almost like allowing yourself this connection to happen. And once again, we still have more transformation with the butterflies tying in too. So allowing this healing to happen and this cleansing water over here, just allowing it to take over and really heal these aspects of ourselves instead of fighting it. We just need to learn to release it. So let's see what our next ones have to say here. So now we're going to move into some tarot. That's like way too much there, everybody. Okay, fine. Looks like we're gonna. Oh, look, the the wish is like right over this wish card with the star. Yeah, releasing blockages, the not moving. Still one more card. Yeah. Hey, we're doing the collective reading for standing in your power. I know, I feel like I just talked to you a little bit ago. So we're just now getting into the tarot. So there's a lot of, because this is collective, it's going to be different. So there's been some of us with this Seven of Pentacles over here that really put a lot of work into something that never really took off. And it could be what caused these blockages, whether it was a relationship or starting some kind of venture that really was your dreams. And it just kind of came in and you tried it and it didn't work out and brought in that sense of failure, which in order to overcome that does need the healing that's being blocked off right here. And like I was saying here with the heavenly virtues and how it's like she's grabbing the wish with her hands, we have the star here that's showing that the wishes and the dreams are possible. And we're starting to be able, with the Five of Pentacles, to realize that we're not alone in wanting to pursue our dreams. Like, everyone is kind of collectively on this scale of, like, we want to go after what we truly want instead of feeling like we're always in this slack mindset. We're not fully happy with what we're doing. We're feeling stuck or just left out. People don't understand and don't want to understand us. And we're finally starting to realize that the only thing that matters is acknowledging ourselves and what we really want and having faith in ourselves while doing that. And this coming with the dreams here, it's almost like this reversal is really feeling like this internal struggle spiritually with allowing this blockage to be removed, because this energy is so strong. And with the wands, it's really making me think of the sacral chakra again. It's so strong that it's almost like this internal battle where you're feeling completely stuck when you're tied to this, with the chariot being reversed as well. It's almost like all of this push to try to make this work, when in reality the energy you need to be in is just being secure in yourself and allowing it its time and being patient. Because when you're so forceful with yourself and you're not kind and you're just constantly feeding yourself these things that harm you instead of help heal you, you aren't being patient and kind to yourself, and you can't attract or manifest or anything like that if you're in this state of not allowing yourself love. You need to be able to find the peace in having faith in yourself and knowing that you can pull yourself out of any situation and make your dreams come true so you can be in this energy instead, because the healing will bring you into this energy. So let's see what our little fairy friends have to say to everybody because they haven't been out in a while. Oh, I gotta. It's very interesting because, okay, not the horn honk, that's not the interesting part, but this right here, and I'm gonna talk from personal experience a little bit with this. This right here, just this life energy and protection immediately makes me think of how a lot of us, without realizing it, um, not only by healing others do we give out energy, but a lot of us don't realize we actually give away our health because we give so much without realizing that we need to have protection and we need to have our own walls so that we're not being sucked dry. And it's hard to learn to have those up, and it needs to be something daily that you put into your life to where anytime you're going to do something, or even if you're not, just being able to have it up to where you know the energy you have connected to you is only your energy, unless you're choosing to give energy out and it just isn't constantly being siphoned from you. Because when you're open, a lot of times you don't realize that's what's happening, and that's why you end up attracting people that just take from you because you have that channel open. And here we're having, which is really interesting that it's over here talking about music revealing things, and I decided to play music today. But with tree wisdom here, any situations, what this is trying to tell you is that rooted in you, you already have the answers, you have the wisdom. It's just knowing how to connect to that, because a lot of us, especially with how this is showing here with the lower chakras, it's almost like we aren't fully grounded in ourselves, so we can't find that security we need. Because when we have the root chakra open and bringing us in that security and that faith in ourselves, we don't have to have this like uneasy feeling like, are we doing the right thing? Because we have that safety. And with over here, we have look in a book, and she looks so freaking happy looking in that book. But it's making me think of how right now as a collective, we're all really trying to learn. And being in this energy of learning, not only about external things, but also about internally about ourselves, it's helping us broaden our views on so many things we used to close ourselves off to. And this is really beautiful energy because instead of trying to see everything from just what your own eyes can see. We're learning to feel energies of other people. And that's why it's also important to have this protection as well, because the more we open up, it's so much easier to feel the energies of others. And we need to know what is our energy as opposed to other people's energy, so we know when to pull back and when we can give, especially if you're in the line of work of healing in any sense, whether it's like being a nurse or Reiki, um, therapist, anything that deals with healing any part of the body, spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. Just knowing that you have this protection over yourself so your energy stays intact while helping others is very important. If you guys hear any loud noises, I think my niece and nephew are here. So, just forewarning. But for the next ones we have here, I'm gonna yeah. I'm gonna pull some fairy tarot to see if there are any blessings or obstacles that can help us understand stepping into our power more, or just help us along the way. Little foresight never hurt anybody. Well, we have every suit out here as well as the Empress as our major arcana. And I just want to show this strength, obviously very important for stepping into your power with this 11-2 energy. But grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, power of kindness and forgiveness, and to take the time to embrace how wonderful you really are. So it's kind of saying what I was saying earlier about you need to have that patience with yourself to come into this. You can't beat yourself up if things are taking a little longer than it seems like they should be. So, this one right here, we have the Eight of Spring, and this is the Eight of Wands type energy. But the way she is in this picture, she's being so playful with these, which are actually the dandelions, the wishing flowers. And it's almost this energy spiritually with these wands energy that is like you're plucking at the little wishes that you have, and you have to realize that these different things that are coming in for you right now are meant for you. And there's going to be many things that are going to happen, many opportunities, a lot of communication. Um, Also, if you're a great multitasker, um, definitely would be a good time for you. But also, don't be surprised if things happen rather quickly. and unexpectedly as well with that energy. And then we also got the Prince of Autumn. And this right here is the page. No, I'll get it right. The Knight. The Knight of Pentacles. But dependable, protective, chivalrous, humorous. But this being the Knight of Pentacles energy is it's very slow moving, which is why the patience is so needed. So we have King of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles here. Now it is moving, but it's slow. And what's important is to keep your humor around you. And here we have protective as well as protection. So it's really pushing here for the collective to really be protective of yourself as well. Even though you have like all this kindness you're giving others, I really feel like any protection happening right now needs to be for yourself. And being cautious as well, since there's going to be so much new coming in rapidly while you're trying to go through this process. It's really important to be discerning when you're making any kind of decisions right now. And here we have King of Winter, which is the King of Swords. So, knowledgeable, experience, fair-minded. It says unemotional, but I like looking at this as more of being able to be an observer in situations as opposed to unemotional, because we have emotions. It's just sometimes we're able to be more logical. And if things seem a little too much to handle, it's always good to try to get advice from someone who has more of an observer's perspective, someone that's not attached to your situation. So if you cannot be the observer in your situation, go to someone else that you know can be the observer and will give you good advice and not biased advice. Um, this also can really speak a lot of the throat chakra, especially having this blue and being able to bring out your truth and speak it and be unapologetic for it. Because being able to stand in your truth with this kind of power and security and speaking it out is really important for healing. And then we have the King of Summer. We have a lot of nice things here. I did ask for blessings, so these could also be people entering your life as well that do these things for you, since there's so much being brought in. So, honorable, devoted, mature, and warm hearted. This could be a romance coming in for those of you that are thinking or wanting that and you're trying to manifest it. Um, but any partners that come in while you are trying to bring in your tribe are people that you can trust. They're going to be people that are devoted and wanting to. Um, I know, hey Pauline, I'm doing a collective stand in your power reading. So right now I've gone through a bit of it, so if you want to watch it back, but right now I'm on the blessings when you are able to step into this. So, and you show up right when I'm starting to talk about romance. But this also, since it's of cups type energy, it's also with intuition and the cleansing waters as well. So, being able to heal these aspects that have been previously blocked off, you're going to be able to get advice not only from others that you can trust, but also people that are probably people you don't know that well, but they actually give this advice that's from a really good place. And also your own intuition starting to come in and naturally give you advice that comes like from you, because you're starting to open that up as well. Because looking like the fireflies are always so calming for me when I see fireflies. It's like seeing the magic in the night. And when you can see the magic in the darkness, it's almost like you're really in tune and connected, and it helps you a lot with your creativity as well. And learning about, like how we saw earlier, we saw like learning all these new things, learning about things outside yourself, like new cultures and things like that, would be really great for this energy too, because it opens you up to different expressions. And then for the final blessing, we have here the Empress energy, which is really beautiful. It's pretty much taking action. We have a bunch of action coming in and it's saying take action. Create like really powerful creativity, um, success, abundance. Um, just like look at this. I seen the peas in the pod. It's like it really keeps making me think that there's going to be people you're attracting in by doing this that are really going to help you, and it's going to be this. And interestingly enough, there's three P's. Well, I think there's more than three P's, but there's three prominent P's up here that I can actually see, and there's three distinct people that it looks like really want to come in right now. But it's almost like this dance happening, and dance is really good for the sacral chakra as well. It's really great about opening the sacral chakra. But also we have here this treasure chest, and it really makes me feel like by stepping into this energy, we're finally going to unlock these treasures we've had hidden from us, like almost the hidden talents that have been laying dormant. And it's very true when we have these blockages that once we finally start opening them, like these things that we blocked off from ourselves start coming into better view for us so we can work on them. And let's get some messages from the mermaids. Oh, I'm grabbing everything and sticking it all over the place. So, with this one, I kind of want to, since a lot of this is dealing with internal work, I want to pull with these messages what you can do for yourself internally to help bring this change. Oh, immediately I say that and these cards want to jump out. Okay. So, first one that flew out is feelings. The second one that flew out is love. So, honor your feelings and love yourself. Very first things that jumped out for messages of what you can do for yourself. And once again, we have inner knowing coming out, so trusting your inner voice. When I see contentment, it makes me think of being grateful for what we already have, and that definitely helps with our mindsets, because when we're constantly looking forward, we're not appreciating what we have in the moment, and we have to learn to appreciate the beauty that's around us every day, or we kind of, that's already a block in itself. yeah, like I was saying, it's, and also, on the deck, they re energize. Take time for yourself and and really allow yourself rest when you feel you need rest, especially during these retrogrades. Don't fight it, just let yourself get some rest. But I'm going to go over each of these. So, for feelings, this, once again, I'm telling you, like, these blockages keep repeating themselves. Feelings comes directly from the sacral chakra. So, in order to heal this blockage with the feelings that came out right here, it's allowing yourself those feelings to be processed and acknowledging them. And in turn, while you're doing that, you need to also be kind and love each aspect of yourself that arises. Because even if some of the feelings that come up aren't that pretty, they're still a part of you that needs to be acknowledged and needs to be loved, so that way you have more control over what energy you're putting out onto others, as well as the energy you're putting in towards yourself. Because here with this inner knowing, being able to trust, especially with all this green, it's like trusting your heart that you know what's good for you and what's right for you and what's really going to benefit you. And that really comes from allowing this place of love and gratitude, like I was saying with the contentment, being grateful for each thing that you have. And it allows this deep dive to where instead of focusing on the future, what happens is you are feeling the safety in this energy to know that the future is secure. And by developing this while working on opening up these blockages, what's going to happen is instead of being so stuck on what can happen or what can't happen, you allow yourself. Oh, hey, Sarah. You allow yourself the freedom to let that go. So let's pull some self care that you guys can do, since it seems like collectively, to stand in our power, obviously we're going to need to be doing work, but while we're doing all this work, what can we do that is kind for ourselves right now? So we can have some ideas instead of me just saying be kind and gentle with yourself. Well, how can I do that? Oh. Make a meal. Make some foods you like. Nourish your body. Oh, for some of you, form of self-care is actually getting back into an old routine where you're actually either building up inner strength or actually physical strength. Because either way, with this third eye being open up here, it's almost like it releases the tension that is holding you back. And like I was saying, but oh, hello. Like I was saying before, with the sacral chakra, dancing is actually a great way to open that up. I feel like there needs to be one more card, so I'm going to scoot these so I have space for my one more card. Oh, the one more card. Okay, so this is no longer PG, guys. But anyways, the like I was saying, the put in your body, like treat it kindly, and also making it also puts your own love into what you're doing. And then building your strength, whichever way is comfortable for you. But we also have here this clear your energy field. And I know a lot of people like using sage for clearing, crystals, whatever practice you do that just makes you feel like lighter. I mean, I'm even feeling like I'm just going to start playing music throughout the day because I'm feeling lighter just listening to music. But it's like whatever helps you keep your energy light and clear is a form of self love and being kind to yourself. Because if we're always bombarded with all these energies that really aren't ours and not clearing out the debris, we're just being weighed down by this gunk. And then, interestingly, what came out here as a form of self care is connecting with your ancestors. Now, this can be beneficial to some people if, say, there's certain things the ancestors did that actually brought a sense of peace and healing. Because here, if you're seeing this picture, it's like this DNA coming down from the third eye and this growth happening in the heart chakra. So, this can easily help those of you that are trying to do the connection with yourself. If you connect to them, you understand yourself better and you understand how to care for yourself better because they might have practices that actually really connect with you that help you do these things. Like they might have recipes, they might have ways of, like, say, dance or just keeping your energies protected. Like there's all these things that can come from just connecting to them and learning what they did because it runs through your veins. So it's like natural in a way. And then the last one we have over here is sex. So for some of you, these blockages would be greatly helped with sex. I'm not just saying go out and randomly start having sex. If you want to do that, that's up to you. But it's more becoming in tune with your sexual energy because so much of this is blocked off with the sensuality and the dreams and the healing. It's like all of these things are so blocked. And that's why it's hard for us to give ourselves the self love when it comes to this. Because with the sacral chakra being blocked off and our emotions being blocked off, it's almost like even if we have intimacy, we aren't fully being in the moment and actually caring about how we feel in the moment if, say, we're having sex and we have blockages. It's almost like we're going through the motions without realizing it, and that can be very harmful because you start connecting this dissociated feeling with intimacy, and that's what keeps building on the blockage. Now, for those of you where it isn't sex, it could be more about how you express yourself, how you communicate. Because if you're not comfortable communicating your sexuality or things you want to pursue or your emotions, it's almost like it's going to make you feel like it's taboo to express yourself, and that creates a block in itself. So these self-care are just here to help you be kind to yourself and to remind you this is how you can be gentle with yourself in everyday ways. I don't know if you want to necessarily go ham with sex every day. If you do that, good for you on that energy front. But most of these, it's like you can do daily, if not every other day, and it would really bring a lot of gentle, kind, loving, healing energy to you while going through this process. And our last little
final messages that we have for standing in our power are going to be our tea leaf messages. So anything that wants to come through. And I think I might do, since dreams were so prominent in this and remembering dreams, I'm really thinking of also pulling some sweet dream affirmations as well for those of you that are going to try to do the dream journaling, because that came up so much in these readings. So I'm going to pull a few of those at the end as well. So let's get these final messages while you guys watch me struggle to shuffle the tea leaf deck over here with how large it is. So I gotta ask you guys, how do you like having the music in the background while doing the readings? Obviously, for Terraros, it's probably going to have to be a different ambiance set. I'll probably have to find music for that. But oh, there's that one. This one. I'm gonna flip them over once I feel like that's all I'm supposed to get, and we'll see the messages. I feel like there's still a little bit more. I know it looks like a lot, but I just feel like there's, yeah. Here we go. Okay, let's see. This is a collective reading. It could be why there were so many. Okay. So let's see what messages came out in these. So we got change for the better with butterfly. Once again, butterflies have been all throughout this reading. So we also have a warning here with shark. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth, which we saw some worry of that with these pinnacles up here. And we have a fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. That's probably for somebody specific, that's or a group that's specifically dealing with this kind of thing. Maybe that's where your problem stems from. Um, Here we have funnel, a period of frustration and lessons to be learned, and I think this is coming more on this side, so we're gonna keep doing this to see what is coming out. And box. You receive a gift. And then we have ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Well, I can see that costing money. And you definitely learn lessons in marriage. Um, we have eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. And then we have bull, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. So once again, strength is coming up again. So, with some of these seem really specific, so there might be some of you these really tie to specifically. Some of them kind of go with the collective, where it's like we're going through this collective transformation right now. And each of us, in our own way, are receiving different gifts, whether through healing or it could be materially. But just like I was saying with that one card earlier with the Empress energy, how there was that treasure chest. We're learning to unlock this energy right now. And with having these animals here, and I just realized I kind of put um, them kind of in a straight line here. Um, with Bull, that Taurus energy, Uranus is in Taurus right now, and it's really making us uproot things that do not serve us. And this showing the strength and fortitude from not balking, backing down from the opposition is really that Taurus energy. And whatever is being uprooted, even though it can be frustrating, we're learning a whole lot right now and being tested with our strength. Some of this can be concerning relationships, marriages, um, things that we're starting, new businesses, or maybe even just where we're working currently. But it's just things that you need to let go of. Make sure you let go of those things and don't allow them to hold you back. But the things that could be brash with the Mars retrograde energy, um, try not to go off of your first instinct if it's to act in a negative manner with situations right now. For some reason, I felt like when you're dealing with specific women in particular, that's probably for a few of you, but just take care of what you're saying and the words you're using and the actions you're taking, because you don't want to lose out on something because you were just saying the wrong thing, and it just makes things fall apart that you've been working on. So now let's get little our little dream affirmations for those of you that either just want some affirmations to say before bed or before naps. You can do it before naps too, or you can just make this your affirmation when you wake up from the day, or wake up for the day from the day. But also for those that are going to be doing the dream journaling, since it came up so prominently in multiple different decks, that dreams are really important right now. If you're going to be doing the dream journaling or trying to use them as a guide or an interpretation as to how to do your healing, let's do some affirmations. Okay, I'm going to pull each of them and then I'll go out. Yeah, I'll pull each of them and then I'll um, talk about them. I'm already seeing some stuff come out in here that we were already talking about too. If you guys hear stomping and running, that's my niece and nephew. They're visiting today. Wow, and then the very last thing is literally what this reading has been telling. So there's pretty much affirmations here for every part of this reading, whichever part resonated to you. It actually came out with an affirmation. If multiple parts did, then you have multiple ones. So the first one we have here is higher self. I'm ready to communicate. I'm gonna wait for this truck to pass because it's annoyingly loud. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, Higher self, I'm ready to communicate with my higher self in my dreams and to become enlightened. So, another term that's used for this is lucid dreaming, when we can actually start to learn to be aware that we're dreaming and then start to connect and ask questions that can help us with healing, growth, and all that stuff. But also, you can connect through symbols and signs as well. So don't feel like you have to lucid dream to get it as long as you're learning. And here we have let go. I am kind to myself and share my beauty with those around me. I let go of self criticism. Like, I just feel like should just be an affirmation, period. Like, especially with this whole reading. Like, this just needs to be an affirmation. Like, these these are stepping into your power affirmations. Like, this is like a really beautiful one to just have up to remind yourself like every day. And see, this is what I was talking about earlier too, awaken. I awake feeling energized and begin my day with gratitude. Gratitude is so huge for this. Like, I feel like this is like really, I guess it was a good thing I thought about pulling these. But we have experience. My dreams take me to wonderful places that are filled with wonder, delight, and joy. So this right here, for some of us during our waking lives, it's really hard for us to experience that joy and wonder that comes from just being present. And a lot of that comes from unhealed inner child trauma or inner child feelings that we need to acknowledge. And in your dreams, you can actually go back to that sense of wonder because you can see a lot of beauty that you don't normally see. So it kind of activates that part of you. And it's a way that if you remember to keep going back to that feeling while you're actually awake, you can start doing that healing consciously. And then right here we have flow. I now open myself to inspiration and watch creativity flow through me. And this was on so many cards with creativity. So this is a great affirmation for those of you that connected to needing to let the creativity really come out for the healing. And then the last one we have is act. Upon waking, I am ready to act on my passions and my dreams, which is literally this standing in your power reading, like having this attitude when you wake up. Because through doing this work and developing this attitude, you come into this energy. So there are roadblocks, but those roadblocks are just gaining the faith in yourself and doing the nurturing that you need for yourself in order to get to this place that's really beautiful. Um, I'll leave this here for a minute in case any of you want to, or if you want me to hold up any of the affirmations, if some of them like really like spoke to you, if you want to write them down, I can do that for you. But while this is sitting here, I'm going to go ahead and pull up these crystals that I picked at the beginning and talk about some meanings with them. Oh, thank you, Carla. This music is making me so calm, so I'm kind of just like feeling really chill right now. But the first one that I picked before this reading, kind of just whatever crystals I was drawn to, I picked them for the reading, and I picked these four right here. So the first one, the Caribbean calcite, Activates one's mind, which helps to channel their own unique psychic abilities, aiding in elevating consciousness. It aids in developing inner vision, that was a card, and clairvoyance. That was actually a card. It can help one be more sensitive to the thoughts of others while enhancing telepathy and communication. So, yeah, so we're already, and it's also good for spiritual cleansing and changing perspective and renews commitment to making change. So that one definitely connected to this reading. Let's go over this little cutie right here, the little um, tangerine aura quartz. This is so freaking cute. But obviously, I'm doing sacral work right now, being drawn to that color. Um, so let's go ahead and look up. I know your little cute orange heart, Ruby. Oh, it's also known as melon aura quartz. That's cool. It's like a cantaloupe. But so this orange color relates to the sacral chakra, and the color combined with the crystal is believed to be very helpful for people dealing with issues of self-esteem, self-worth, and confidence. It's said to enhance and I'm putting words together. I'm sorry. Intensify sexual energies, and we literally have the sex card sitting over here. Intensify sexual energies and unblock problems in that area of the body and energy field. I am so glad that Misty randomly sent me that crystal. Oh my gosh, that's freaking perfect. I need to tell her. But so it helps with creativity to get okay, flow. It literally says get creativity flowing over here. Um, writing, painting, I said dancing earlier. Um, Whatever the block is, it's said to help to get the energy moving again. And of course, it has the properties of regular quartz as well because it's of the quartz family. So all of the healing and the cleansing of the negative energies and stuff like that. So I am very happy with that little cutie pie over there right now. But the next one I picked was this green zebra not green zebra jasper. I keep wanting to say agate. So, yeah, from what it, since this is a collective reading, it's really showing that a lot of sacral energy is blocked off, and that just causes a lot of repressed emotions and like pretty much everything I was saying here that can be blocked off is pretty much coming from the sacral. And I mean, I am part of the collective, so I'm going to be following this too. I'm probably going to write some of these affirmations down for myself. But, so I'm reading for myself as well as you guys when I do collective readings. I haven't read for myself in a while, so this is really nice. And I was actually doing, this one last night and the night before randomly. That started happening for me, the connecting with ancestors, which was really interesting. So I'm trying to learn more to see if I can actually incorporate some of these with it. But Green zebra jasper is a motivational stone. It balances out parts of your life that have become all important to the detriment of others. So basically, like, if work is your life and you're neglecting family, it helps bring balance to that, is just like one example. And it stimulates the heart and root chakra. I was talking about that root chakra earlier. It stimulates the heart and the root chakra. It's also known as silver eye serpentine, and I'm obsessed with how this turns silver in the light. I'll just sit here and stare at it. And allows us to meet challenges head on by helping us to rationalize the everyday problems that we face. And is a stone of balance that heals and releases disease and obsession, which is really good for some of these qualities because sacral can usually get blocked off by obsessions and traumas that we have. If you that I cannot talk, guys. Um, it's a very calming stone, and sorry, I need some water, guys. Water break if you haven't been drinking anything. See, I'm getting better. I set some Virgo intentions about taking care of my body. Um, and it's really great for determination and facing challenges, which the challenges actually showed up here too, and being determined and having the fortitude for that. So that is just all these are connecting really well. So you need crystals for this. So far, we're doing pretty good with the crystals. And then the last one we have is this adorable cube that I also got from Misty, like that little tangerine over there. The so for fluorite, it absorbs and neutralizes negative energy and stress. It's an excellent learning aid, which was very interesting because we did get the fairy card, the look in a book, so the learning aspect of it's coming out in this crystal. It increases the powers of concentration, self confidence, and it helps us in decision making. It encourages positivity, it balances energies, and improves balance and coordination both physically and mentally. So, for those of you doing the active thing for self love and self care, um, that's good for that balancing. And then fluorite is used to help discover your divine purpose in life, and it opens and stimulates the third eye chakra, clearing the way for spiritual expansion. So we have third eye, root and throat chakra, sacral chakra, and heart chakra going on over here. So, and plus crown. Like it literally had all the top ones with Caribbean calcite. But pretty much like a nice, well-rounded crystal group here for doing some chakra healing. Um, Obviously, if you had something more like this is honey calcite, if you had something more along those colors, that'd be more like solar plexus if you're doing solar plexus work. And also, if you guys are seeing anything up here that you're drawn to, let me know because I'll pull it up because that might be something that would be good for you or just a message for you if there's a specific crystal you're kind of pulled to up here. Even the little bitties, like anything that just kind of like make you go eh and like go towards something.
So are you talking about the grape agate right here? Oh, the crystal ball. This is actually silky purple fluorite. So whereas this is the more transparent where you can see the rainbows and everything like that, this one is actually like a solid silky fluorite. So that one has a little bit different properties. So this one, once it works with me, give me just a minute. Well, it's definitely saying it helps with third eye and crown chakra over and over again. But because that's just going to go with fluorite. But I know there's something specific with silky fluorite that's different. In the front row in the box. Oh, the this rainbowy crystal that is angel aura quartz that I had in there. Okay, there we go. This one actually helps people that have trouble, the silky fluorite, with focusing at like a kind of a higher degree, like the ADD kind of degree, or even with learning disabilities. So it's a little stronger than that one. It's more concentrated in that area, and it has healing properties for calming and soothing the mind. So it helps ease the distractions that you're attracted to. So it's really great for studying in particular, or needing to focus directly on something, especially when you're pulled in a lot of directions. So it's also good for judgment as well. So it's almost like this one was more kind of like a spiritual sense, and this one's a lot more like grounded in the studying aspect. Like those cards, like this mentioned it a little bit with the focus with studying, but this one's like hyper focus is that branch of the fluorite where you're really wanting to buckle down and learn something, whether that's internally or externally. It makes you buckle down, and it still activates the higher chakras while you're buckling down. So, were you back before I went over that? Okay. And for the rainbow oracle, my gosh, I cannot talk. For the rainbow ore quartz, um, so it can assist in charging your chakras and restoring peace and balance and harmony. Um, it's great for meditating. Um,
It allows you to actually go into a deeper meditative state. So, pretty much kind of like this really calm ass energy I'm having right now. um, it's great for quieting the mind and relaxing the body and tuning out the rest of the world. It allows you to go deep into your meditation and experience spiritual attunement. Um, it's also great with strengthening your ability to work through any conflicts that you're facing. So, if you're feeling stressed or hopeless, it can help you be a little more enthusiastic and have more hope when dealing with the situation as well. And it's great for healing on all levels, as well as grounding and bringing center and balance back to you, as well as giving you the insight and energy you need to have the compassion for yourself and allowing you to feel excited and joyful, which was also the stuff that was coming up over here with experience, like, wonder, delight, and joy. So this crystal kind of has that energy to it. And it's great for creativity, especially if there's a blockage that you don't really understand. It can assist in removing the blockages so you can feel creative again and motivated. Um, and it's also good for stressful exam time. So there's some more studying stones over here, especially when you have a big project or a deadline. It can also psychically really raise vibrations and enable you to connect and communicate with the spiritual realm. And it can also help you see and read auras if you're into that, and generally support you in psychic endeavors that you're doing. And that was actually a gift that I got. That was something I won in a contest. So I actually have a little rainbow aura quartz sphere in my room, but I didn't have any rainbow aura quartz until I randomly won the contest, and that's like a beautiful piece of it. Oh, my orange heart right here, because that's a heart too. If you're talking about the that orange one. So that one is peach selenite because I have selenite itself right here. Like this bar right here is selenite, and so is this piece right here with this sheen on it. And then that heart in the back corner back there is also selenite. Um, Peach selenite has the properties of selenite, but it also has its own special benefits as well. So it's very transformation oriented, like spiritual activation and mental clarity. It's great for working through sacral chakra healing and blockages as well. So that's another one that can go with the tangerine aura quartz for helping with sacral chakra blockages. And it's also said to be named after the Greek moon goddess Selene, which is kind of cool because I that was a little random thing I didn't know that probably makes sense. It's known to be an extraordinary healer and a transformation stone. It helps us heal old emotional wounds and is believed to transform negative energy to love, forgiveness, and acceptance. Peach selenite can be used to increase self awareness, self esteem, willpower, and it can also be beneficial when traveling on a new path. It promotes mental clarity, enhances consciousness, clears blockages in the aura, it cuts cords of dysfunctional energy, which, if there are cord cutting things you need to do with people, that would be a good stone to work with. Um, It directs any high frequency energy into the body, stimulating spiritual, physical, and emotional healing. So, pretty much that energy you feel like you can't really control that well, that kind of like comes on, it helps you kind of transmute that into calmer energy that can be used for healing. And it opens the inner self to the spiritual world. So, this is another inner work crystal, like um, the cards we were seeing earlier with the inner work. It magnifies the energy of whatever it's placed on many times over. So pretty much my little box over here is being really magnified by this crystal. Um, Adds positive intentions into the energy body and acts like a tool for enlightenment because it creates a link between spirit and ourselves. So you can also lucid dream with it if you want to sleep with it too. But it's kind of like what I was saying earlier. If you want to try that in dreaming, since dreaming came up so much in this collective reading. But one thing just about selenite itself, not just the orange, but like selenite properties in general. For those of you that have selenite or want to know more just about the regular selenite, is that it still has the same properties with the insight and creativity. It helps to really open the crown and higher chakras and can result in deepening spiritual connections with guides, angels, spirit, and your higher self. So that in itself, like, helps with that affirmation. And it's also known as the angel crystal for that reason. And definitely brings a sense of really deep peace and helps you just be able to access your talents the more you use it. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been using selenite forever. I have selenite all over the freaking place. I got another wand of it somewhere. Yeah, like got another random one right here. And that's just the amount I have in here. Like I got like so much of it in my room. I love selenite. But and plus, it's a great stone for cleansing energy. Like, you can cleanse other stones around it. It amplifies other stones. It cleanses itself. Like, you don't have to do anything. It's just like a freaking cleanser and a half. So, that's why I like having it in all my areas that I like to be calm in because it's really great for cleansing energy. But it's very fragile too. So, be very careful with it and don't get it wet. Just one thing to remember about it. But, yeah, selenite's probably one of my favorite crystals that I love working with. Um, I've tried with reading auras, and I don't know if it's just because I'm not supposed to be doing that yet because I have a bunch of other crap I gotta do. But I still haven't done it yet. I can start seeing little bits, and I'm just like, I'm having to concentrate way too hard for this. It's not supposed to be this hard. But yeah, if you guys want to see anything else, or if you want your own kind of personal come into your power reading, I can do that for you since this was a collective for everyone, plus the crystals are collective too. Those actually had some really good energies to go with the reading. So if you guys have any personal ones you want to do, I can do that before going today. It just seems like a lot more chill today. I hope it stays nice and chill. I'm glad you like it. I found it randomly. I always listen to different types of music when I sleep. It's not always Hertz music or the beats or whatever. Sometimes I just listen to calming music when I sleep, which is nice. And I saw this one, and it's butterflies, and butterflies were throughout this whole freaking reading, so that just, this music connected to the reading too. You want one, Sarah? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start picking random background musics to play, just whatever comes to mind, because I know that the same music isn't gonna work every day for different kinds of readings. So I think I'm just gonna start doing that now. I know, I've been thinking of that, but the thing is, I didn't even think of this one. I just kind of opened up my YouTube, and it was one of the recommended, and I play. I'm like, oh, this sounds nice. I'm gonna use it. That's pretty much how I did that one. So I'm just gonna do that every day. Whatever catches my attention is what I'm gonna play. Oh yeah, I'll do some heavy metal music. That should be freaking hysterical. Let's see. If you're standing in your power, I feel like you need a little soul's journey messages. I can't wait because I have more crystals coming this week, and I'm gonna be going Virgo Moon on all of them, finding spaces for them in here, and making it all pretty after I just set this up. Oh, oh, look at you. Stand in your power by being happy. I'll do one for you two, hun, after I do Sarah. Stop being dishonest with yourself. Learn to let go. Make a decision. Wow. So basically, we have this energy here of you needing to release a lot of stuff. And so the main thing here is they're saying what's going to really help you step into your power is literally allowing yourself happiness and forgiveness. Like, you need to do these things. And in order to make the steps towards these, you need to learn that you need to internally begin to be honest with yourself, and in turn learn to bring that honesty out into the open so others know what your truth is and not be afraid to speak it. So that's like a lot of throat chakra work. But the honesty also comes from both heart and solar plexus, because you have to have that confidence and that love for yourself in order to want to honor your honest truth. And with this, being able to release the grief that you feel that some things just don't work out or some relationships don't stay in your life, being able to release these things that don't work are going to bring a lot of healing to your sacral chakra, because one of the major blockages you have is not being able to forgive yourself for something that happened, whether you feel like you failed at something or you feel like there's something that you could have done differently. You need to learn to release those things and learn from the experience and love the growth you have from the experience, no matter what happens, because we're all human. And being able to forgive yourself is an act of love. And something that comes from not being able to be honest or release these things is you block off your motivation here. And it makes it to where you also, if you look at these colors, you have the color of the root chakra and also the color of the third eye. So you're making it to where you can't move, you're stuck. But it's also blocking off your intuition from coming through and giving you guidance. Because when you're in a state where you're happy and you're grateful and you're in this place where you're able to just go with the flow and really love yourself as well as those around you without conditions, you more easily tap into your intuition. And at the same time, with the root chakra, you have that security deep down inside that you know no matter what, you're safe and you're protected. So no matter what you do, having that grounding energy within you while also being tapped into your intuition just helps you move forward into that forgiveness even more, because it's like a rising, almost like when you think of the kundalini with how the serpent rises up the spine with each chakra. It's like it starts from the very base in the root and it just works its way up through each of these chakras. And here we have this death in reverse, um, being able to realize that once these things are over and letting them actually go is really going to have a major effect on healing your lower chakras, all the way solar plexus, sacral, and root. Because things that have happened and are in the past, if you can finally get to the space where you can allow yourself to look at that as it stopped, it ended so that I can start something new, and ground yourself in that energy, it brings this happiness throughout all this and allows for the forgiveness to happen and the love to come through. And it allows for all of this healing to happen. It just kind of works its way into place. Instead of it being so complicated, it turns into like this almost flow, just like the happiness, the same kind of spiraling flow. So that's what your stand in your power message was. Everything's connected. And she, let's see. Mm-mm-mm. You're welcome, Sarah. So, for your reading, I'm being pulled to yeah, a lot of this healing stuff we're always having to think about. So, with the more motivation you have that to do right now, with the internal work, the better, because we're just going to keep coming further and further into it. But for Sheen, we have the Spirit Animal Oracle. So let's see what comes through for you to help you stand in your power. Hmm? Look at this, another butterfly. Transformation is beautiful. I'm telling you, butterflies are just everywhere today. There's like a major theme of butterflies. Cow spirit, miracles are endless. Mouse spirit, tend to the small things. I'm going to get all your messages out, then I'll go over them. Come on, get over there. And you too. Oh my gosh, yours are all just wanting to. There's one more. Like, there's one more. I lied, there's two. But, so the first one that flew out is going to go up here. And then there we go. Yeah, your energy's wanting to jump out. So, hmm. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this butterfly spirit up here. It has the number 11 with it, which is really beautiful, spiritual wise, because it's dealing with the collective too. So it's almost like you're in the same energy as the collective that's going through the transformation. So it's like you're really along for the ride right now. And it's like being in that energy with people is really going to help you keep blossoming as well, because it puts you in this energy over here with the cow spirit. With it just seems like miracles are very endless right now, because the more you go through the transformations and the more you worked through these blockages, it keeps bringing in more, especially with this 1-5 up here. It's like you yourself are doing this work, and it's just creating all this freedom, this free space, and bringing in that 6 energy with that love. It's like you have the space to create beauty now. and to bring in this self love for yourself that also comes out in your relationships. And then right here we have Mouse Spirit. This one is the only one you have in reverse, so this is something that you're neglecting right now. And oh yeah, it was. It did. So you picked something that went right with your stone that you picked earlier. Your intuition's on. You need to listen to that. But the mouse spirit is tend to the small things. And a lot of times when you're going through all of this, we tend to not pay attention to the mundane things that we need to stay on top of. It can get away from us. And with this energy of the four, it's you don't want to create cracks in your foundation by not paying attention to things under the radar, because going through all this and doing all this work, it would really suck if, like, all this you're creating kind of falls apart because you were letting little things you weren't tending to, like maybe drinking enough water. It's as simple as that. Just not paying attention to your physical body as much as you need to, or to your mental body as much as you need to. It's like, just be careful not to neglect the little things and keep pushing them away, because they can come up in the long run and just kind of creep up on you. And it kind of connects to this energy right below it with the hummingbird. It's saying, be here now. You can't tend to the small things unless you're in the present. If you're not fully um, immersed in what you're doing, it creates a blockage, because there's also a four here with foundation. So the way you create foundation is by being in the moment, not thinking way off in the future. Because in the moment you have so much creativity, and it's going to really help you bring in the seven energy of this introspection and the spirituality, while also being able to keep every little thing in check. And over here we have the wombat spirit, um, with be at home in this green and also this orange. Right here is really making me think of the sacral and the heart chakra, and learning to be at home within yourself. And this sixth energy, once again, tying back to seeing the miracles here with the love and beauty you're creating around you as well as internally, is combining with this eight energy of doing all this hard work, which all the hard work leads to this transformation. And together it creates a five energy of freedom, because there's so much freedom to be had when you are at peace within yourself, because you're at home no matter where you are, so you have that security. It's like having that very strong chakra connection. So it allows you to feel that security even if you're in uncomfortable situations. And right here we have the lion spirit, which is saying be generous of spirit, because there's so much beautiful stuff coming in that you need to remember to be grateful and return the kindness that's being given to you. So it's like a cycle. It's like the infinity where it just keeps coming back and going. It's like an ever flowing, like, beautiful cycle. Because having the three, making that creativity, and the seven with that spiritual introspection, combining to that one energy of knowing what you have to do, and really going forward with this fiery energy. It also helps you, if you think about it in the way of Leo energy, it's like really having that open heart space and allowing yourself to have the big heart that gives. Because even though with here we have the rhino spirit that's saying you can overcome any obstacle, there's going to be obstacles on the way to this five energy, to the freedom, which is all this work. That's why I think fives might actually be very significant for you right now if you're seeing them. If you ever see some repeating fives, pay attention to what you're doing, because it's trying to help kind of lean you in the right direction. Um, Especially having, once again, we have these spirals here right on the third eye. So your intuition is very connected to you getting signals in that kind of way. So don't discount them if you see that, especially if you're like having a block and you're really stuck and you're trying to think of something to help yourself, and like you're trying to come up with ideas and one of your ideas just so happens like a repeating number, you see it after, try that idea because it could be what can help you unblock yourself. And then our last one we have is the little seahorse spirit, because I went over how hummingbird connected to the mouse. But with seahorse spirit, with watch and wait, once again we have this five and the three energy with the creativity and the freedom. But it's really important for you because none of this is telling you to rush anywhere right now. What it's telling you is to learn to be at home within yourself and realize that by doing that, you're going through your transformation, you're overcoming your obstacles. By being grateful and generous, you're doing what you need to do right now by just being present. Right now isn't the time for you to be rushing off into things. It's time for you to use this energy to go inward. And with this making the eight energy of, once again, with the hard work, it's going to be work for you to learn to be at home within yourself and have that security. So, really have patience and pay attention to how you're talking to yourself, how you talk to others, the reactions you have. It's more take on the observer role so you can learn and integrate these different things that are coming to you right now, because they're coming to you to teach you about yourself, to teach you how to develop that freedom. But you have to stay in the right mindset because one thing that wants to come through for your bottom of the deck energy is the buffalo spirit. Um, the universe is going to provide for you. You don't have to worry about that, and it adds up to another 10. So, like I was saying, with that infinity loop that goes around, you be generous, and universe is generous back. It just continues the cycle. So that is how to be in your power. So that was. I'm still feeling like so calm right now. But if anyone else would like a personal stand in your power, I can do that. If not, I'm going to head off and eat. At least I'm getting better about drinking water while I'm doing lives. But I'm not planning on snacking during lives anytime soon. Oh, you're welcome, hun. And for those of you that are in the Tea, Tarot, and Astrology with Messy Awakening Facebook group, I'm doing a live there tomorrow. That's where I do lives on Tuesdays. All the other days I do it on my Twitch. But if you want to see any of my other information, it's all in my little about section. All my little pretty water buttons I made that I'm still proud of. I'm going to keep being proud of those buttons. It took me freaking hours to make those buttons. It doesn't look like much, but There's certain things I struggle with, so I'm proud of all those buttons. But it has all my information, like my Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, which I upload all of these videos I do here to my YouTube, and they can be watched either here or there. Um, as well as there's a donate button down there too, as well, for anyone that wants to do that too. Because I need to unlock certain things here before I can have subscribers or anything like that, and then I'll make a Discord for my subscribers on here. So there's a lot of stuff I'm working on behind the scenes still. But it takes at least a month for me to be able to get the subscribers, so. But yeah, just to let you guys know. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. It is 3:33, 3:33 when I looked at my clock. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here for now, and I will see you guys soon. If you're in the Facebook group, I'm a mod over there. I'll see you guys on the live tomorrow. If not, I'll see you for the Terror Roast on Wednesday. So, and randomly show up with whatever music happens that day. I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen myself. But I will see you guys soon, and thank you for joining me. And I hope you guys like the collective reading. And thank you, Ruby, for the idea. I really like um, doing that again. It's such a different space doing it now collectively than it was when I first did it all those months ago. So, yeah, thank Ruby for the Stand in Your Power collective idea. And I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Bye.